Hello everyone, this is Amit Arya working in ECB Bikaner. Today I will discuss about the simplification of grammar, simplification of context-free grammar. It contains three things. To reduce the grammar means to reduce unnecessary symbol from grammar. It contains three steps. First step is just remove the null productions. Second is to remove unit productions, and third one is to remove useless symbols. So if A derives or A produces epsilon, then we remove it. If A derives B, where A and B are both non-terminals, we remove them. And third is to remove the useless symbols. Useless symbols means if some string derive is derived W, if W is some string which can be derived from S with the help of A, so we take A as considered A as a useful symbol, otherwise it is considered as useless symbol. Okay, so let's start. We will see first elimination of the useless symbol. Consider this small grammar. A derives small a is a terminal, and this is non-terminal. Epsilon. B derives B. You can see here B is a starting symbol, so B is never be reachable from A. A derives AA or B is never unreachable, unreachable symbol, so we remove this. So final grammar we get is A derives small a, capital A, and epsilon. This is what we got. We simply remove this production. B derives small b. Consider another grammar. This is the grammar that I have written. S is the starting symbol, small a, capital B, Bx. A derives B, AD, BS, X, and A. Capital B derives small a, S, B, B, BX, X, SBD, ABX, AD. Here we see what we can derive from the starting symbol. Firstly, there are two things, so we consider first case. S derives AB. What we can derive from B? We can derive ABX or BBX. So here you can see here the last symbol is again we get is B. From B again B. So this process will continue. We will always get B as a last symbol. So this process will never ending process. So this is a useless symbol. This AB is a useless symbol. So simply B is a useless symbol. Next, what we get from S, that is BX. From X we got SBD, ABX, and AD. SBD, ABX, and AD. We've already seen B is a useless symbol, so we just delete these production rules, and we got AD. So S derives B, AD. B comes from here, and S derives AD. AD comes here. So this is the final production that we got. What about A? A is unreachable as B become useless. So this production B become useless. So A also become useless. This production also become useless. Okay, next is the unit production. Unit productions means if any production any production on the right hand side and left hand side we have a single non-terminal, it is a unit production. Here you can see this is not a unit production, this is not a unit production. B derives or produces capital C, this is a unit production. C derives D, C, this is again a unit production. B derives E, this is a unit production. E derives small a. So we just combine these two. E derives small a and this is D derives E. So D also directly derives A. So this production we got, we simply eliminate D derives E from this grammar, and this is the production we got. Next we combined C derives D and D derives A. What we got? C derives A directly, and we simply delete C derives A from the grammar. And this is the same. In this case, B derives C, C derives A. So B derives A directly. We simply delete this grammar. So this is the grammar we got. A derives A, B derives B, B also derives A, C derives A, D derives A, E derives A. Now S derives AB. So only A and B are reachable. C, D, E are the useless symbol, and we can eliminate these symbol from our grammar. So this is about elimination of unit production from our grammar. So first we have seen how we eliminate the useless symbol. Second, we have seen how we eliminate unit productions. Next and final step is the elimination of null production. Null production means epsilon. If any production is generating epsilon, then we just remove this thing. That firstly we consider this grammar. S derives AS, BS and epsilon. So what we have? S derives AS, S derives BS and S derives epsilon. Find all the nullable variables. Only this variable S derives epsilon, we got S as a nullable variable. This is the first step. Second step is create the two versions, one without and one with epsilon version. So this S is used here and here. Okay, so we will use two versions here, one without epsilon and another is with epsilon. So here S derives AS, this is without epsilon, so it will remain as AS, and this is with epsilon, S derives AS. Same is the case, S derives BS. Here we use two versions, one with epsilon we get BS, and with epsilon we get only B. So the final production, and we simply remove this production from our production rules. Final grammar is S derives AS, BS, A and B. So this example we have seen, it consists of 3 steps. First we have to identify the nullable variables. Second, we have to create the two versions, and thirdly we have to remove the nullable production. So we will see another example here of the null productions. This is the grammar we have seen here. S derives ABAC, A derives AA epsilon, B derives BB epsilon, C derives small c. So what are the variables, nullable variables? A and B. We identify A and B are nullable variables. So first we remove A. A is used here. So one with here. So here, if we remove epsilon, what we get? BC. If we use epsilon is not used, we got AB, AC. If epsilon is used here, then we got BAC. If epsilon is used here, we got ABC. So these are the rules we got. Next, A derives small a and we remove, it will become A. B derives BB, epsilon. C derives C. I think this will be clear. Same thing we will do with B, this productions in the case of this. So this is the final production. We use one with epsilon and another without epsilon. B used, first we write ABAC, BAC, ABC and BC. Now next, what we get, if epsilon is used, we get AAC, AC, again AC, that is repeatable, and C. Okay, so this is the grammar we got. A drives AAA and B drives BB, B, and C drives C. So this is the final grammar we got. So in this way we can simplify our context-free grammar by removing null productions, by removing unit productions, and by removing useless symbols. Useless symbol means only the string. If a string uses a particular symbol starting from starting symbol, then it is considered to be useful. Otherwise, they are useless. Okay. So thank you for watching this lecture. Thank you very much.